is where the actual work on the newsletter takes place. So let's talk about, first of all, let's name our newsletter. That's up here in the upper left-hand corner. You can see it gives it a unique name because you can't have, obviously, newsletters with the same name. So it'll give it a unique name based on the date and time that it was created. We don't want to do that, though, because it's really hard to go back after you have 100 newsletters and find the newsletter you want to duplicate or copy from when it has a name like campaign created with the date and the time. So we're going to do, we're actually going to do a date, 2015 Beer Ranch News. So we're just going to give it a name that makes more sense. So let's talk for just a moment about how the editor is structured and how Constant Contact wants you to think about structuring your content within the email. So as far as our editor is concerned, we have two columns. We have a left-hand column over here, and then we have the actual newsletter itself, which is in the right-hand or larger column that we're going to be able to edit on. This left-hand column right at the moment has what are called global options. So this determines what colors are in the newsletter, what the font is, what the font sizes are, so on and so forth. So this is right now what is contained globally as far as the look and feel of our newsletter is concerned. Now, I want to point out to you that this newsletter is very pretty. It's pink and wonderful, but it does not match my website. This is my website. My website is based on greens. So we're going to want to make the newsletter match what our branding is. And obviously we're going to want to change logos and all of those kind of things as well. And we're going to get into that step by step as we go through the presentation. Right now, what I want you to notice is that that is an available option. There's also another button up here at the top that's called blocks. Now, Constant Contact's newsletters are based upon blocks. So just like you did back in when you were a kid and you played with blocks, this is how you're going to build your newsletter. You're going to take different blocks and use them to create different stories within your newsletter, to add and subtract things within your newsletter, and to move things around. As I scroll across the top of my newsletter, I can see little boxes appear with a name and a little menu up here to the right. What is inside that box is actually the block that is associated with that particular space in the newsletter. As you can see, we have a logo block here.